Today we're taking a look at unboxing an Apple iPad. This is the A16 version, the 11-inch in blue. I've never actually had an iPad before. My better half wanted this one, so here it is. Since it's mainly going to be her first tablet and she'll be the primary user, we ended up deciding to just start off with a 128GB version. She's got an iPhone 15 Pro Max with a 512GB of... I don't think we're going to be taking too many videos or pictures with the iPad itself. Since we do tend to hang out around the house quite a bit, we opted for the Wi-Fi version of this tablet as well. We thought when we're out and about, if we do need internet for the tablet, we'll just enable the hotspot on one of our phones and that'll be plenty. Like I said, it's been quite a while since I used or really ever had an iPad. I was pretty surprised to see that this is weighing in at just about 1.05 pounds. That's really efficient for what we're getting, in my opinion. Of course, I'm a huge fan now that Apple switched over to the USB-C connection. Everybody should use USB-C, just my opinion. They are including a very nice quality braided 1 meter USB-C cable, and we're getting a 20-watt charger, which is also pretty nice. I don't think you get these with the phones anymore. The screen resolution for this looks like it's 2360 by 1640 according to the spec page, with about 264 pixels per inch. It's not bad, and I found that after unboxing and actually using the iPad, the video quality was quite good, watching YouTube movies or movies on Plex, that kind of thing. As far as the brightness, Apple is rating the screen at 500 nits. Decent for a tablet, I think. I can't really test or verify. I don't have that kind of equipment, but I was able to actually hold this up in the bright section of our living room, kind of in front of the window, and I was still able to see the screen, so that's good enough for me. Again, I don't really know a ton about the Apple stuff, especially the Apple Silicon, but apparently there's a 6.7% increase in transistor count, as well as an improved NPU as part of the SoC package, for that magical Apple AI stuff. Everybody needs AI, I think. At least that's what AI says. Anyways, the GPU in this SoC is supposed to be a good bit faster too when you compare it to the older A15. I really have not played any games on an Apple device in ages, so I'm actually kind of curious to see what this tablet can do in terms of gaming. When we're looking at the main rear camera, it looks like it should be a 12 megapixel wide camera with 5 times digital zoom. Digital zoom isn't quite as good as optical, but hey, base level tablet. I don't know if any tablets actually have optical zoom, so that's probably good enough. Of course, we have the autofocus software enhancements, as well as the panorama mode, the burst photo mode, that kind of thing. We can record video on this as well, 4K at 24, 25, 30, or 60 FPS, which I was a little surprised at. I'm definitely interested in 4K 60 FPS video recording, but very nice that it has that feature. There's also a slow-mo mode, a time-lapse, and a cinematic mode, and of course they've got their own stabilization tech too. I'll have to really test these cameras out. I'm quite interested to see how they do. The camera is able to record in HEVC and H.264, which is quite handy as either one of those pretty much plays back on any device these days. As for that front camera though, we're looking at a 1080p 60 video quality with similar modes to the main rear camera. Definitely curious to see how that goes, especially in low light situations. I know these aren't brand new products, and of course this is basically the first time I've ever used an iPad, or well, I guess a modern iPad, but I'm definitely very curious to see what this thing can do. I really like smartphones and mobile tech, so I'll definitely have to take a look at a couple of different aspects to test for this, but if anyone's interested in seeing anything in particular about it, let me know in the comments. As always, if you're interested in picking one of these up, or you want to learn more about the tablet or the case and the pen that I'm using, I'll have affiliate links in the description below, so definitely head down there and check them out. If you're into smartphones and mobile tech, consider getting subscribed to the channel and ringing that bell for updates if YouTube happens to send them. I notice they don't always. Interesting. Anyways, until next time, stay charged up.